Hello, everybody. Welcome to another online meditation round. I will start up my keynotes. Right, so I'll share my screen. Now I've got to go fast forward, haven't I? Let's see, share, and I'll share keynotes. And I'll share sound. Share. I'm very sorry for the delay in doing this. So play slideshow. Okay. Monthly meditation sessions. We are doing a virtual meditation activity round 6 now, which is ending on the 6th of March. As I said before, Echo unfortunately is unable to be with us. She's sick with a fever and in bed, so it's just myself. The session that's in February session to be determined. We're not sure what date the February meditation is, but hopefully I'll be on time that time. Oh, have I gone to the end? I've gone to the end. Okay. Chaos and pandemonium. Let's take a deep breath. Embracing life's challenges like today. Now we're going to talk about all-pervasive suffering. All-pervasive suffering is one of the topics which I've gravitated towards, because I've come to realize that life isn't at all actually happiness. But let's view this video. From birth to death, we are striving to get happiness. But is it really happiness that we get? Fleeting happiness is followed by an intense fire of greed, driven by desire and constantly chasing after it. Are we truly happy? All-pervasive suffering. As human beings, we all wish to live freely. Hence, we instinctively pursue freedom. However, we have a big misconception. We believe that when we have desires and the means such as money, power, or time to fulfill them, we consider it freedom. For example, if you wanted to buy a car and have the money to do so, you may think this is freedom. If you enjoy racing and buy a sports car to participate in races, you may think this is freedom. Freedom because you can do what you want. If you want to travel and have the money and time to travel, you may think this is freedom. Is it? But please ponder, is it really freedom? When desires arise, you don't have the choice. You are compelled to find ways to fulfill them. Otherwise, you will feel a sense of discomfort and compulsion. This sense of compulsion is definitely not freedom. Wise individuals understand that such desires are a force of karmic habits. This force pulls you towards wanting to do something. However, wanting to do something is not your freedom. Freedom is being at ease with either doing something or not doing it. We don't wish to fall ill, grow old, get angry, leave loved ones, or lose them. Many things in life are against our wishes, but do we have a choice? Do we have freedom? When confronted with natural disasters such as earthquakes and epidemics, do we have a choice? Do we have freedom? Furthermore, in our daily lives, when we are tired, we have to sleep. When we are hungry, we have to eat. Do we have a choice? Do we have freedom? Sentient beings are clouded by ignorance. From ignorance arises blind motions. From blind motions arise wandering minds. From wandering minds arise actions, and from actions arise karma. The repetition of karma gives rise to karmic habits. Due to the power of karmic habits, they cannot control themselves, lack freedom, and feel compelled. This is all-pervasive suffering. It is, and that's the end of the video. It's very true. We think we've got freedom if you've got money. And you may be envious of someone thinking that other person may have freedom if their pockets are loaded with cash and they can go out and see something and buy it straight away. But is it true freedom? And does it provide true happiness? That's the thought we have to consider and meditate on. Now, rather than trying to disguise or suppress distress, if there's something that's causing us harm, we benefit more from facing it head on, like a scientist carefully studying an experiment. And by acknowledging our discomfort and allowing ourselves to feel negative emotions without judgment, we maintain the awareness necessary to observe them objectively. We're not injecting ourselves into what we are seeing. And this level of mindfulness reveals that suffering is not something to avoid, but a natural part of the human experience, offering valuable insights into ourselves. When you come to realize that your life is actually nothing about you, it's kind of a conflict in thoughts in the way that we've always thought. We thought, well, it's about us. We go to school, we get our education, get a job, then we're linked by financially to having to keep working and become and earn our freedom, if you like, by lining our pockets. But that is not in any stretch of the imagination freedom. If you can step back from life, recognize the things that are causing you the stress, the anger, the anguish, the pain, and look at it as if look at it from a third person perspective, you will see it with more clarity. And actually the best way to start thinking like that is through meditation. Because meditation, when you're sitting down there and you're just relaxing back straight and just trying to dissociate yourself with everything that's happening around you, dissociating yourself from your own senses, your senses of sight, hearing, smell, taste, touch, everything, then you will come to realize things that you would not come to realize if your mind was clouded with all the chaos that's happening, all the distractions around you. Suffering. One popular human strategy for dealing with difficulty is auto-suggestion. When something nasty pops up, you convince yourself it is pleasant rather than unpleasant. Rather than hide it or disguise it, you need to examine it to death. This is not the spirit of RQ, not the kind of self-deception. Instead, it's about directly facing it and thoroughly examining it. We advise you not to implant feelings that you don't really have or avoid feelings that you do have. If you are miserable, you are miserable. This is the reality. That is what is happening, so confront that. Look it square in the eye without flinching. When you are having a bad time, examine the badness. That is, observe that experience objectively. This is very hard. Once you are caught up in emotions, you can no longer observe objectively. So, when a scientist observes nature, they usually can remain relatively objective. This is because at that time they are free from emotions and have a spirit of seeking truth. However, observing oneself is very difficult because one can get caught up in emotions, and then the objective attitude is gone. Like a scientist, if he gets angry today, he won't have the mood to observe his experiments. His mind will run away, and when he thinks about what made him angry, he may forget to observe his experiments. Such things happen. When conducting experiments in a bad mood, accidents can happen, or you might forget to observe. Similarly, when observing our emotions or problems, there is a force. Once there is mental activity, there is a force or fire heading straight to your heart. So, it's really hard to confront difficulties at this time. You're suffering, but you still need to maintain an objective attitude. This is really contradictory. However, your awareness is still there. Although you're suffering, you still need to maintain awareness and mindfulness. Even though you're suffering, even though you have some negative emotions, you need to cultivate your awareness. Your awareness needs to be present. As long as you maintain awareness, negative emotions will gradually disappear. You imagine there's two yous. There's the you that's present in the here and now, and there's a you that's also just behind you, just watching, observing, not passing judgment, just watching and observing. That is what this is talking about. You are observing yourself, looking at your reactions to whatever is happening around you and learning from that. Trying not to become emotionally attached to yourself. Everyone has bad days. I'm having a bit of a rough time at the moment because my family is unwell. We all have rough days. They happen. Observe your reaction to things. Learn to accept how things are and come to realize the truth, which is things happen. Sometimes these things are not very pleasant, but they come and they go. Okay, now I think the next video is the meditation itself, the main event. So please get comfortable. If you can, sit cross-legged and back upright and straight. You're doing better than me. But try and sit up straight anyway. Be in a very relaxed posture, and hopefully it's somewhere which is quiet where you won't get interrupted. And close your eyes and just contemplate subconsciously what we have discussed just now. Just consider how you can observe yourself. It's like you are a scientist running an experiment on yourself. You're just following yourself, shadowing, and seeing how you react to things. Someone may say something that upsets you. Why does it upset you? Well, you've got to learn that yourself by observing and then realizing that, well, was there a reason to be upset, or was it just a passing thing? Anyway, without much more talking, let's get started. Okay. Keep your eyes closed. Stretch your arms up and pat around the top of your head. Your hands over your eyes, at your shoulders, at your arms. Rub your hands together and hold them over your eyes again. Slowly take your hands away and open your eyes again. Welcome back. I hope you all had a good meditation. Let's take this time to send blessings. The key factors that determine an individual's spiritual energy level are their social motives and state of mind. Let's create a world filled with peace and happiness together. May all beings always possess happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings always be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings always have the joy of no suffering and feel contentment in their heart. May all beings be free from greed and anger and abide in equanimity in all cases. May we all be equals. The monthly meditation sessions, like how we're doing now, running a little bit late. We have activity around 6, a virtual meditation, and that ends on the 6th of March. And we have the online meditation with myself and Echo. We have it scheduled February sometime. If you want to learn more about meditation and get more help, we have the meditation Facebook group. It's a collection of like-minded, lovely people. They would love to see you there. The link is just below. Embarking on the Path of Inner Peace website is the lightandwisdom.com. The new virtual meditation challenge. You can go to our Spooky2 Mall virtual meditation challenge round 6. And the next episode, episode 16. We've been doing them for a while. Pardon me. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me in the meditation today. I hope that you do continue with diligence this meditation. Think about what we talked about today, where you can observe your reaction to life and learn yourself more. I can say the same thing to 2 different people and get 2 very different results. As an example, in China, skinny faces are revered, whereas in Western countries, most people don't like a very skinny face. So I can say to 2 different people of 2 different countries, gosh, your face is skinny, and one of them will be chuffed, and the other one will be insulted. Now, freedom is having neither. Just hearing that and thinking, okay, good, that's good. Freedom is a superpower where no other person can control you. No other person can make you angry, sad, or anything. That is freedom. Thank you so much for waiting for me to come on board today, and B, for attending the meditation. I really enjoy the times that we do spend together, and I look forward to the next one. Well, I hope that your family and friends are keeping away from the various virus strains that are doing the rounds, and take care. Keep on passing the love forwards.